He's gone. He's gone. It's time to build factory. So I forgot to move my screen. Maybe he'll stream once with it, but I'm pessimistic. I know I see him tweet once in a blue moon, but it's not really the same, is it? I think G-Clef will be the next one to go on the list. Well, I'm running out of space on this chair. What a depressing chair. I can't remember what I was doing last on the factory. The music is a little too loud? Yeah, it is. I don't know why it's so loud. There we go. That's better. But, hello, it is 2 o'clock, early stream. I fixed my sleep schedule, again. What did I do yesterday? What happened yesterday? I stayed up all night yesterday, so I can't remember much. I thought about streaming this game last night after I'd been awake for over 20 hours, but that would have been a silly idea. Oh, yes, it's... I was about to say it's almost Easter, but that was yesterday. But today is today. It is Easter now. It is the Sunday of Easter. Tomorrow is the founding of Rome. It's 2779th birthday. I suspect they're the same tradition. How have I been? How have I been? Well, how have you been, actually? That's more interesting. I'll tell how I've been, though. What have I been up to? I've continued to procrastinate. Oh, yeah. And I'm now at the 4-month mark before attempts 2 at college, which is in September. And I still haven't studied a single bit. I'm not sure I'm convinced that the cosmos will allow me to go to college. How many attempts have I tried to go to college? It was the first time which they lost my application. And I was my fault, really. I should have pestered them more. There was the second time. There was the pandemic. No one could have predicted that. There was the third time. It was still in the middle of the pandemic, so I just didn't apply. Maybe that's on me, but at the time it seemed things were continuing to get worse. There was the fourth time. I had a major family death. And there was the fifth time, which was the last time, where the course got cancelled. Sixth time's the try, huh? Sixth time's the try. What will happen this time? I can already see the threads of fate weaving their misery for me. I have no money, and I'm trying to go to a college which is further away. And I'll have to scrounge up some money to afford to get there. Hopefully that works. I need to study. I don't need to study for it. I studied last year, and that was good enough. That was more than good enough. Maybe the university... Yes, I feel that is it. I feel there's a non-insignificant chance that I will not go to university or college. I think I will try, though, because if I don't, well, there's nothing else for me. It's a sort of no harm in trying. What a... That's life, huh? Others have it much worse. Others have it much worse. Speaking of G-Clef, I remember in his last stream, he spoke of illness. He has trouble focusing. Now that's something truly terrifying. How about you, though? I thought you would have given birth by now. You're pregnant. I hope things are okay on your end. Music's actually a little too quiet now. I can't hear it. Let me turn up my personal volume. Still pregnant. That's well, that's good at least. Alright, so we need... So last time we did the concrete thing, we got all the concrete up there. I'm being induced. Tomorrow! Oh, wow. I hope that will go well. I hope... Getting evicted. It's going to claim squatters' rights in your belly. You're going to show up with the High Court writ. Can't pay, we're taken away. I can't believe I watched that show. I can't believe that show exists. It's the most British thing ever. A show about people not able to pay their debts. You know, I can't remember what channel it was on. I know it wasn't on the BBC, but it may as well have been. It's the most British thing ever. Yeah, you expect something like that out of, like, communist China. Lauding people who don't, you know, oh my god. I know, okay, to be fair, they did always pick people who, yeah, it was probably on like Channel 5 or something, but I remember they did always pick people who, you know, who were clearly scumbags, you know, like they had the money and they just thought they'd pull one over and just not pay their debts because they didn't want to. But in reality, a lot of the people who don't pay their debts are, you know, I mean, people just simply bad with money. But they are suffering nonetheless. They're very... I guess I don't know the statistics, but not everyone who doesn't pay their debts is doing it deliberately. A lot of people simply don't have the money. Hold on, someone, what's this on Discord? He doesn't know what he's looking at, okay. They'll pick the worst examples. I mean, they did actually... There was a scandal a while back where they did actually pick someone who was genuine. It was like someone who was like... He was running a business and it was just a failed business. But it wasn't even failed because of like his thing. Like he got like betrayed by like some other people who sort of... They like ran away with the money and he was left as like the owner of it. And he had like a family. Like it was clear like the marriage was falling apart because of it. And like... Dude, that was just a tragedy. That was just a tragedy. The guy got screwed over. And then they like aired that on TV of them like taking away like, you know, like loads of like money and stuff that like he kind of needed, and unpleasant. Ay ay ay, ay ay ay. That's indeed. That's I don't know. Like I haven't watched TV in several years, and I've got the BBC license people hounding me now, and I'm just going to ignore them. I don't need a TV license because I don't watch TV. Frankly, TV license sucks anyway. Like, I tell you what, like once the old people die, once the old people really start dying off, because they're the only ones who are paying, they're the only ones who are watching TV. Really, the license is gonna go. It's gonna go. You're gonna see it. It's gonna be like it's gonna be a tiny little topic in the House of Commons where some no-name politician is gonna stand up and say, should we get rid of the TV license? It's costing more money than it makes. And then everyone's just going to quietly be like, yeah. And then they can't say yes. They're like, yeah. And then it'll be gone. And that'll be the end of it. That's how it's going to go. That is the inevitable future. Do they still have a discount for black and white TVs? I think they do. There's a bunch of those kinds of things where... Like, I got the letter, it's still on the letter, where, like, you have to specify whether you have a colour TV or a black and white TV, because the price you pay is different. There was, this song's too loud for me. I like the song, it's too loud. I was gonna say, there's like a bunch of things which are sort of, have not been adjusted. I remember my grandmother, when she turned 80 years old, she got a letter in the door. You know, a very fancy-looking letter. It was on nice, expensive paper, telling us about the free benefits she's going to get because she's 80 years old, and the country wants to give back to its elderly people and support them. And what she got was, I think it was I think it was like 20 pence a year. She got free 20 pence a year as a, a handout from the government. And clearly that had not been adjusted for probably over 100 years. It's sort of like it was almost like she was mad about it. She was like, "This is insulting," but it was, and I guess frankly she's right. That is insulting, but it's sort of like, oh, what a scumbag thing to do. Yeah, it's not even enough for can you buy anything? What can you buy for 20p? I can't even buy. I buy a tin of beans. It's not even a big tin of beans. It's a 200-gram tin of beans, so it's half the size of the regular tin of beans. I get it because it's like I don't have to sort out half a tin, but. That is 23 pence at Asda, and that's as cheap as you can get. That's not Heinz. It's not even the Sainsbury's brand. The Sainsbury's one is 40 pence. The Heinz beans is like £1.60. Asda, 23 pence. Can't even buy a half tin of beans, and that's how much she gets free per year. Well, did get. She doesn't get it anymore, unfortunately. But and I've heard there's like a bunch of things like that, just sort of these like leftover things that have not been adjusted for inflation, and like there's I don't know if it's the UK or if it's some state in the US or it's something. There's an ongoing debt. It's like the longest debt in the world, which I think a country is paying to like some organization that has been converted into like also a government or something. And it's like it's an ongoing debt, but it's a really trivial debt. It's got no interest on it. And it's this absolute tiny amount, and they have to pay it, and it's a tiny amount. It's like they're paying like 5 pence or something for this. Like, I don't know what it is, and they're continuously paying it for several hundred years, and then it's just because it's so small, they just don't care about it. They've got like old documents for it. They're like falling apart, like old parchment. Oh, but I hope the eviction goes well. I hope they pay. Yeah, it is a he, isn't it? Hope he pays his unpaid belly rent. I hope there's no problems. I wish you good luck. So I have no idea how I read a lot of like Bronze Age stuff. I read a lot of stuff from like the Bronze Age, and having children in the Bronze Age is a much scarier affair than it is in the modern day. It's sort of a lot of cultures they wouldn't bother giving their child like a name or any kind of celebration until they were like 5 years old, because a lot of children didn't survive that long, so it kind of wasn't worth it. Like if they can get to 5, then you can celebrate. He's probably going to survive. Yeah, so that's all. Forgive me, that's my perspective. That's my this peculiar, distorted perspective. You hear someone's going to be a mother, and I hold my breath. Although I'm pretty sure the mortality rate these days is like 0.0001%. Yeah, it used to be like, yeah, just like raising the baby was dangerous as it is. Even giving birth to the baby was dangerous as it is. Don't do a Leia. I don't even know what Leia's surname was. The husband of Anakin. The legally not husband of Anakin. He was a Jedi, forbidden from marriage. I don't know. How did the Jedi Council not know what was going on? They were so clueless. They see this man with a big scar down his face, clearly very angsty, wearing leather and metal. They think, oh, yeah, this guy's not going to become a Sith Lord. It's very risky, but modern medicine has come a long way. I do hope you go. I do hope it all goes well. I assume it will. I wish you good luck. What do the Romans do? What do the Romans do? The Romans, when they had a child, I don't know if I think they had a different thing for women, but with men, they the children, I guess, they'd give them a gold necklace. You had a bulla, and it would have a picture. It would often have like a picture of a penis on it or something, and it was a good luck charm, and they would wear that when they were a child to give them good luck. And I assume it was like a little gold pendant, and it'd be filled with like incense or something, and that would give them good luck, and then they'd become a man, and they would get rid of it. And you see lots of old statues with that on. I don't know why I had a penis on it. The ancient people, they liked their penises, okay? The historians say it's just a fertility ritual, and maybe we'll never know. Wait till you hear what the Babylonians did. The Babylonians had a very interesting way of pairing men and women together. When men and women came of age, they had to go to the temple of what's her name? Was it Ishtarte? Ishtar, that was it, Ishtar. And that was the god of love, the goddess of love. And they couldn't leave there, or specifically the woman couldn't leave there. Ancient times, you have to give them a pass. They couldn't leave there until a man picked them. And so if you was a very pretty woman, you probably wouldn't be there for more than a few hours. But if you were not very pretty, you would probably just kind of stay there the rest of your life and become one of the temple attendants. Very unpleasant. I think there was another culture where women weren't allowed to wear clothes when they were young, because that would deceive people, who were trying to marry them. Very bizarre culture. I remember reading about one. This was like one of those like uncontacted tribes where they were somewhat oblivious as to how where children came from. They knew it came from a woman, but they didn't know how the woman got pregnant. They hadn't quite figured that out because there's a bit of a delay between events, and so it was a bit of a mystery. They were an uncontacted tribes. They were early days. They were in the Stone Age. I think there was they had one theory that it came from it came from bathing, that when women bathed, that's how they got pregnant. I wonder, does that mean that they didn't bathe for like the first however many decades of their life? Very funny, very funny. What are some modern things? What are some modern things that people do? I know a thing that rich people do is they'll when their child is born, they'll buy a bottle of wine. They'll buy a bottle of wine which will hopefully taste better 18 years from now, and they'll hold on to it for 18 years, and then on the child's 18th birthday, they'll give the child the bottle of wine as their 18th birthday celebration. And it'll be an 18 years vintage. And as far as wine goes, that's probably a surprisingly cheap way of getting a vintage wine. Although I wonder how many of those bottles actually survive. It's a rich people thing. You go buy, I don't know, I don't think Tesco wine would last that long, but go buy Tesco wine and hold on, stick it in the cupboard. If the kid doesn't like wine, no, you see, he's a rich person. It doesn't matter whether he likes it or not. In fact, there's a good chance he doesn't like it, but he'll drink it anyway because he's a snob. And he'll comment on how exquisite it tastes, and then you tell him it's vinegar, and he says, "Oh, that must be something very special." Oh dear. Oh, the Greeks and I think it was both the Greeks and the Romans. They would dilute their wine. They were very sophisticated. They would drink large amounts. They had very large containers. They'd pour the wine and drink vast amounts of wine, but it was diluted, which is very, very different. Today, we drink wine, it's, sip, 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 but they would be, I guess they would be gurgling that down, but it was diluted, so it's probably the same amount of wine. And, I'm not sure, I wonder how watery that must have tasted. But, I guess they were drinking lots of food with it at the same time, so I guess it wasn't really about the wine, was it? It was just it was a dinner meal, wasn't it? What else has been going on the wood? I'm gonna look. Oh, no problem, no problem. Lunch at 2 o'clock. How British. I did have my lunch actually. I went to a local cafe and I had nuggets and chips, and it was very good. So Boris Johnson reference there. I remember the news people, they caught him off guard. He was just coming out of the building and he wasn't prepared, and they ask him. They say, "Well, what did you have for dinner last night, Mr. Johnson?" And then he instinctively said, "Oh, I had steak." And then realizing that he's got to appeal to the poor people and can't tell them what he actually had. He's like, "I had steak and oven chips," and it was very good. Steak and oven chips. Yeah, no chance. He had steak and something fancy, and he has never touched oven chips in his life. But okay, what are we doing in the factory? So we did concrete, we did power. I could actually go build another one of those little power blocks and get rid of this biomass setup. So how much is this producing actually? This is producing... Let me have a look. I've got, I think, 10 of these. So that's producing 30. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 30 times 12. That's giving me 360 megawatts. Can I afford to not have 360 megawatts? I'm using 400. I'm producing 2,000. I can afford to not have that. So I can just let this run dry and just leave that there. That's no problem. In fact, it may actually be worth leaving it there, because that is quite a sizable amount of power. And if I do happen to need power, then I can quickly stick some leaves and stuff in that, and that'll turn back on. So I will just leave this here. It's not taking up too much room. Okay, so that's power well sorted. What about... Oh, did I check to see if my other biomass thing is finally producing steam? I'm pretty sure it is, but I can't remember. Because what a headache it was. Let's go fly over to the crater. Oh, I'm so glad I got rid of this excess concrete. It really makes a difference. Having it all slowly building up and wondering when are my factories going to stop working versus it actually working. Alright, let's see. Oh yes, it's still producing steam. I can see it coming out. That's excellent. Excellent, excellent, excellent. So this will continue working forever. Has that built up yet? No, this is still not built up, so half of this is probably going to be broken until that does fill up. Well, these are both full up anyway. Alright, it's alright, it's alright. I think it's brass. I think that's what we've got to do next. I think brass is what we've got to do next. What do I need to make brass? I need to melt stuff. Molten brass. Or molten copper. Either way, I've got to start using the blast furnace. So we should head on over to the thing. Do I not have any hard drives? No, I don't. I should go get some more, because I've definitely got more recipes to unlock. Let's go over to our planner. Why have I got something saved as new canvas? Oh. I'll show that in a second. There we go. I just sort of... I made this last night after being awake for 20 hours, and I thought it was just the funniest idea ever. I've saved it as new canvas for some reason. I never do that. Okay. So let's see what we can make with brass. We need that. We need that. We've got 2 recipes for getting ingots. One involves molten copper and zinc. We don't have zinc yet, so that might actually be worth doing. Because that's the only way of getting zinc. Okay. Oh, this is going to be really complex. Maybe I shouldn't do this. Maybe this is a bad idea. It also gives us ingots. And... oh, no, I don't think I should. I think that's a bit... maybe later in the game. That's a... I think that would cause me too many problems. But let's see. So now to get that, and that to get... oh, so we need crushed zinc anyway. Whatever. Okay. Let's see. How do we get molten copper? No, whoops. Do that. That gets molten copper. Okay, looks like this is everything. When am I going to get tailings? What gives tailings? Huh? That's probably... I want to use this because I want to do it. Purely because I want to do it. And that's a way to get rid of tailings. Okay. We're going to have to get some other recipes from elsewhere, but let's see. So final products, we want that. We want that. That's that. That's that. We're going to need 2 of these. And that does give exactly 50. That's nice. We can actually produce 2 of these, though, so I could produce even more. Maybe I'll let it go slowly. And it gives me a lot of that, so I don't need that much. To get the crushed copper, that'll do that. That's not going to give me enough, but half. So if we get only half, and I only need half of that, so this will be fine, actually. Actually, I'm already getting crushed copper. From tailings from the other thing, I'm getting like 15 or something. I do need more than 15, though. 15's not enough. But I can probably merge them together if I do them close enough. Okay. And to get the tailings, I'm going to do that. That's going to give me more crushed copper. So I'm actually getting a lot of crushed copper. I'm going to merge some of those together. Okay, what else do we need? We need lots of water. We're going to need zinc. Where's zinc coming from? I've got to find where to get zinc from. Zinc. That's from laricites. Okay. And it's going to give me... it's going to give me sand and gangu. I can get rid of both of those through various means. The concrete can go on the concrete stack. The sand, what the hell can I do with sand? That can go with the magnesium stack, so I think I'll collect that actually and use it in other things. I can use it for glass. I'll put it in a pile to use. I'll put it in a pile to use. Okay. Concrete goes away somewhere. There we go. Put that there. And that'll give me my zinc. I need... what else do I need? I need rods, both copper and iron. Oosh. Oops, that's items. I need this. Let's see. Where are my rods? There's some rods. Which means I'll need iron ingots for that. I can get them from the iron. Yes, I can do that. I can do that. I'll use up the iron. And I need Copper rods. Copper rods. I'm also probably going to get too much copper, so I can turn some of these to copper, can't I? Let's see then. Or maybe I could use the reformer to turn the molten copper into ingots. That might actually be better. Let me have a look. Yes, and it gives me steam. I will do that actually. That's a fun idea. Well, it might use up all my copper though. Maybe I shouldn't do that. It will give me a lot of copper, and I can use. How much copper am I getting? It's 60. No, it's going to use up all my copper. I better not do that. Okay. Alright, where are these going? That's going. We'll just stick these here. We'll need more rods. That's enough ingots. Too many ingots. But how much I'm probably going to have some crushed copper. I'll split it and it'll be fine. And then lots of water. We'll figure out how much water we need later. I can figure out now, actually, I need 15 plus 24. It's like 39. 39 water. And am I getting rid of all the tailings? I am, through that. Steam. Oh, I've got to get rid of steam. That's a new thing. Steam goes here. And flue gas, we're also producing, I think. Am I? I'll check. I am. Put that there. Bring all this closer, actually. Okay. Anything I'm not considering, so it should be... Are we making 50? We need 50 brass. We're making potentially 80 brass. How much zinc am I getting? 96, that should be enough. Lots of sand, I can deal with that later. I've got some excess tin. Alright, we'll figure it out. And I'll be organised this time, and all the actual byproducts will go to one location where it's clear to see that they're byproducts. So let's go find Larisite and Kaolinites. I think that's the only two items we need. Looks like it. Oh, I need regular Larisite, so I've got to get regular Larisite. I didn't have that. Crushed Larisite. Is that the only way of getting crushed Larisite? I think so. Okay. This is so much more manageable doing it like this. I don't know how people do it in their heads. They must be insane. Okay. So we're going to call this brass and fan blades. Oh, is there anything else we can make out of brass? Let me just double check. No, it's just this for now. Okay, let's go find Kaolinites and brass. Very tiny amounts of it. Really? Hold on, do I actually need that much? Do I need more than that? That's also going to give me crushed copper, but not much. 40 brass, crushed copper. Let me see. 120 divided by 36 is 33% of that. So 60 divided by 33 is 18. No, wait, hang on. 60 times 0.33. Yeah, that's the same number. I'm going to get about 18. 18, that's just... Yeah, I think I've got enough. I think I've got enough. And zinc, I'm getting enough zinc. Yeah, it's all going to be work. It's all going to fine. It's all going to work fine. Okay. So I kind of want to do it somewhere in this direction, and I hope there's Kaolinites and Larisite over there. There'll definitely be Larisite. There's Larisite everywhere. But I hope there's Kaolinite over there. That'll be the deciding factor, because I've already got byproducts over here that I need to take care of. And they may come in handy. Oh, maybe I could use this as an inline for the byproducts. That might be a good idea. I may do that if I don't use these sheets for anything else. Oh, we're not in the right screen, are we? There we go. It would have perhaps been smart to leave these in here. Oh well. They are sinking. Okay, let's have a look then for Kalanites. Any Kalanites nearby? Oh crap, there's none. Where's the oh, no. We got some around. Okay, wonderful. Now what about Laricites? Yep, there's Laricite. Okay, I think we're gonna go over here then. And on this beach here, we'll build stuff. Right, where do we want to build? Probably, I don't think I use this as like the main pathway, though it is a main pathway. We're going to use a lot of water, so it's good that we're near water. What do we want to do? Let's pick up this slug, that's what we'll do. We should have a look at those two things. There's the slug stuff and the farming stuff. We haven't really looked at them, and they're new things, so it's probably worth looking at. What about this area? It's right next to those two things. It's near the water. Get rid of this coal, otherwise it'll stop me making foundations. I want to listen to one of my new songs. Come on, Cole, go away. Okay. I'm going to skip through until I find one. There we go, we got a new one. We've got lots of machines to build. No doubt I will not be able to make all of them. We'll have to keep running back to base. Any other ore nodes dotted around that I have to get rid of? Doesn't seem like it. Alright, so I think this will... Oh, depending on how small we make this, I think here will be the level. That will be the level. If I can zoom. It more or less connects it with the main pathway, which is interesting. We could go down, actually. We could go down to this level. Make it a bit interesting with the levels. And then we can have this face that way. Like so. Hold on, I can make this look pretty. Delete all of this, actually. What? Oh, I gotta change this version. I need to find one that doesn't have this ugly vocal track on it. Oh, that ruins the whole song. That ruins the whole song. It's so ugly. I must have picked the music video version or something. Completely my mistake. Alright, we're not going to be at the level, so we will have to pump up the water. Unless I go down even further. Do I? No. It's, well, I don't know. I don't know. No, I'm gonna lower it. We'll use steeper slopes. And get down to the base level. That's better. Future. There we go. Better fill in this. Otherwise I'll fall through. Wonderful, wonderful. Okay. Both the Kalanite and the Larisite were somewhere in this direction, right? Is that Kalanite? Is that up above? I didn't see what that was. It's right there. Okay, that's where we'll bring the Kalanite in. Pure node, okay. And then the Larisite is where? What was that right here? I don't see it. Oh, there it is. And which one's that? Also a pure node, okay. Oh, we need power. We haven't got power over here. Let's place some power poles down then. Oh, we're gonna need more cables. Okay, I'm gonna go back to get more cables anyway. Okay. Oh no, I'm yes, gotta get more cables. Maybe worth picking up some other things that we'll probably need as well. What do we need for these like machines? Where are they? Quick wire, got lots of quick wire. Ah, we don't have any sinks. We'll have to get a couple of those. Okay. Went the wrong way. I don't want to listen to this. This is too heavy. No. On the door. Wonder how much this has picked up now. Oh, almost full. He's so lucky. He's a star. Where are the things I'm making? Oh, there. Oh, the excess tin could be used to make tinned wire. I think that only needs rods, and we could patch that over to the main tin area. That would improve the speed of a lot of things. She's so lucky, she's a star. Oh, it may actually be a good use of the excess iron we had, because I think you... No, it'd have to be iron ore, not ironing got. Okay, whatever. What am I doing? Cables. And probably need more of these. Do I? Probably. I don't think I need bus bars. I think I've got loads of them. Probably need more reinforced plates. Probably need more tin sheets. How many tin sheets? I've got loads of tin sheets. Probably need more of these. How many do I have? Yeah, I haven't got any on me. Okay. Let's get more iron sheets, because we just always need iron sheets. Or, no, iron plates, rather. What about rotors? We've got loads of rotors. Oh, was that my whole inventory? Crap, it was. I want to get rid of that. Get rid of that. I'll put some of these things in the box before heading back. Why have I got 4,000 concrete? That's a little too much. Well, I guess I know why I was sorting it out, wasn't I? Let's empty some of this. Do not need that much concrete. Oh, these are full up. Well, I can stick that in there. Okay, I'm going to have to get more boxes eventually. Alright, well, let's go build it. Everything that's not your friend. Do you win? Oh, I'm gonna need to make steel, aren't I? I think steel's gonna need brass somehow. Oh, oh, it scared me there, the game started lagging. Can I make the modular miner? I can. In the head for it. Okay. Tragedy. Shadow has rise again. This area is actually bigger than the other place. Oh, I should have done it here. Oh, building alongside the main highway may actually be an interesting idea, because then as we have trains going through, we have to see them all. Excellent. Alright, what's first? First is Larisite, Kalanite. So that's raw Kalanites going into the thing. Okay. Oh, is that gonna fit? Like so. Oh, we don't have the means to make the thing, do we? I've got to build a bunch of these. I think I need 2 of them. So I need one for the other miner. That's going to produce us 30. Is that Cicerite? Looks like it. Suppose we'll set up this one also. Oh, since this is going over the thing, we have to raise this up a bit. That. Oh, they're going over there. How much is this producing? Lots, actually. We don't need that much. Oh, there's dirt there? I didn't see that. Loam, I see. I get up there? I think I could. Come on, I can make that. Yes. Ah. Hang on, I can... Right there. Down like that. Okay, that's that sorted. Let's do the other one. These ones are gonna merge. Alright, that's that. Okay. So I want to put the... What's the bigger one? Copper's the bigger one. Okay, let's put the copper into the blast furnace with some water. Production. Blast furnace. So this is going to be molten copper, right? Crushed copper. Wait. No, I got to crush the copper first. Okay. Gimme. No, it doesn't go in there. It goes in to the crusher first. A regular old crusher. No. Ore washer. It goes into an ore washer. Where's that? Is this it? That's it. Okay. How do I want to do this? I'm going to stick this on number 9, actually. 9, like that. So we can have pipes going in it. Now we've got to go get water. Does that take me right to the right level? Just barely underwater. That's actually perfect. Have it go all the way down like that. Production... Mini water extractor. Ah. It should be alright. That will produce loads of water. I'm actually going to put 2 down. How much power do they use? Not much. 75 plus 75 is enough for that, okay. Nope, no, not good enough. That's good. Bring it around there, and then let go up there. There we go, all connected. Getting this up the hill is going to be difficult. Maybe I should... I can move it later if I need to. I should actually bring it up though. We'll see whereabouts we need to place. Oh, is this going to work? Yes, it is. Wonderful. Okay, let's see where we need to put the pump then. Oh, it's getting that far? How far is it going to get? I assume it won't get up here. How much do they give us production? 10 meters? Yeah, it's going to get this far, it's not going to go further. Okay, so we're going to add a pump right here. That'll get it to go further. Okay, that will wash our colour lights. And it'll give us tailings slurry. Oh, the water has not yet reached. It got that far really quickly and then didn't go further. What's going on? Why isn't this working? Come on, that's from 1, 4. How much does this give? It gives 20 meters. This should work. There's no reason for this not to work. I'm gonna have to rebuild the pipe, aren't I? Pipelines! Oh, pipelines. Oh, pipelines. So unreliable. Okay, let's just reset the whole thing and see how it goes. Water coming out reaches here instantly. Nah. Whatever, we'll figure that out later. Okay. Now we've got to get rid of the slurry, which goes. We're gonna have that go to a filtering system. So we'll take that completely elsewhere. We'll do the filtering over there, I think. What's next? Let's do the Larisite and a regular crusher. Production and crusher. And that will give us some Gangu out of this one. Which we'll do over there. And that's 40. Oh, that's a lot of Gangu. Okay. So that can go straight into a constructor. And that will eventually be whisked away. Okay. What's next? Now we gotta, with the crushed laricite, we gotta turn it into a sorter to get crushed zinc. Oh, we're gonna need a lot of these actually. One moment. Logistics splitter. Oh, what is 45 times 3? We'll be alright. Okay. Sorta. Where do I want to put that? That's going to be sorting. No, that's a crusher. I thought it looked small. Sorter's much bigger than that. Okay, we have to do it down here. We're sorting zinc. Laricite to zinc. So that's going to be crushing that. Let's bring up this power line. And we're going to get some more of that Gangu coming out. I think that comes out the middle. Let me just check. When it does. I'm pretty sure it comes out the middle. I kind of wish it would tell me. Well, I haven't done this recipe before, and this also gives sand. Let's see where everything's coming out of. Right. But it is going to come up here. Here we are. Get rid of that. How do we get rid of the sand? I think for now we're just putting it in a box, aren't we? Let me see, are we doing anything with the sand? No, it's going in a box. Okay. In that case, we'll put it on a pole. Go through there. Is that going to work? I think that might be too close. No, it's fine. Okay. Running out of room here for these. I guess I want it not to go around this way. Yeah, that's pretty good. I guess rid of that. So these are both sorted, and I'll sort them out another time. Okay, now it's only the crushed zinc. Can't do anything with that until we get the other things. Back to the kaolinite. What are we doing with that? So we're gonna crush that. So we've got crushed copper, and we want to put that into the thing. Crushed copper. We want to melt the copper. Is it working? Is it working? It's not working. Okay, let's delete that. And put it elsewhere. Let's put it right here. See if that works. Will it magically start working? No. Okay, what if we put it here? Would it magically start working? No. Okay, okay. What about down here? Will this work? Will anything work? I just don't know. I have to rebuild these pipes. I think there's something's not working. Probably one of these pipelines or something is supports is probably causing problems. I'm surprised the water gets through here so quickly. Like the pump rate for these is strangely high. It goes from 0 to like 100 really quickly. And then it just stops here. Alright, let's figure out exactly how high this is. So these, how high will these give? Doesn't say the head lift, but I think it says it on the thing. Production. 10 meters. Okay, okay. 4. 8. 10. Okay. It shouldn't even be able to get this high. I'm gonna go and put it down here then. Here, rather. That is under 10. So that should then get it another... Let's say it's going to get to here. 1, so this is 8. And these are apparently giving 20. This should work. This should get all the way. Yes, there we go, it worked. So it was a visual glitch. The water should not have been here at all to begin with. And it should now be able to make it all the way into the machine at a high rate. Hopefully. We'll find out. What? Oh. Okay. What are we doing with the tailings? I think we'll do the tailings slurry right here. This is not tailings slurry. This is tailings slurry. Okay. Wait, why is this tailings slurry? Kaolinite? This is to get the crushed copper. Okay. And the numbers are very low. Oh, I wonder if this is going to be a different recipe because it's a different tailings slurry. Is that even a thing? Don't think it is. Crushed tin iron copper, it's the same recipe. Okay. First of all, let's get rid of the flue gas. We can do that this way. Let's see, so 40, 48, it's a Mark 2. So this is holding concrete, this is holding sand. I should put these all on a platform, I think. Because I'm going to have how many different things? I'm going to get 1, 2... So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's a lot of things. I don't want to go any further than that. Hold on, I can do this. Like that. Ah, like that. Oh, that's closer than I thought. And that's not close enough. Did they both connect? That's not connected. Is that connected? I don't think that's connected. I think I've gone too close. I think that's connected. Okay. We'll see if it is. It's not producing anything at the moment. Okay, we'll just leave it. We need to have a sorter, don't we? So that one of these is useless, that's useless. These are useless. Can I fit 4 here? I wonder. Like so. 1, 2, 3, 4. Just about. And we got to do the thing again. One, 2, 3, 4. So it's, I think it's the same amount of things. Iron, copper, tin, slag. So left, it's crushed iron. Crushed copper. Why are there 2 crushed coppers? That's upsetting. Tin. And then the only ones here will be none. No. Overflow. And then if it happens to go wrong, we need overflow. Organization, storage. Logistics, merger. We can go further back than that. Wonderful. That should work flawlessly. Let's get rid of all those byproducts. We will need some of those byproducts later though, I think. But they can go in the box because most of it will be going in the box. That's not working. There's nothing coming out of it, that's why. Okay. It should work. They're in the exact same place. It should work. Okay. Oh, yeah. Alright, what's next? That's working, and flue gas is also going. Okay, next is... zinc and copper have to go in to make brass. What's that made in? Is that a reformer? Or is that a filter? Molten brass, not it. Assembler, maybe? No, it's like with an input. It's foundry, maybe. Zinc, crushed zinc and copper. Blast furnace, maybe? Molten brass, there we go. Okay. We are making molten copper, right? We've got crushed copper making No, let's just get rid of that. Oh, okay. Okay, we've got crushed copper coming out. What do we do with the crushed copper? Crushed copper, molten copper. Okay. We've got to melt it, so we'll melt it down here. Molten brass. I don't like that that's not lined up. Molten brass. Wait, why is molten copper? No, we've got to make molten copper. There we go. There we go. Finally figured it out. We're only getting 36 out of this, I believe. Yeah. Okay. Got a power line out of that. Okay. And this comes out here. In vast quantities. Okay. And the molten copper is going to mix with the zinc to make brass. We can do that. Molten copper is going to go in there. It's going to come out there, go up there, and go in there, so we want a bit of space. Like so. And that's going to connect in there. Hopefully that's enough. Big one brass. Connect that up also. Then we have the crushed zinc, which is right over here. We'll stick that on one of these. Kind of ugly, but it will work. And that will give us molten brass. In what quantities? Good enough. And then the molten brass we need to condense with more water. With the reformer. Don't like that those don't line up. Oh, which one of these takes water? I don't actually know. It doesn't say. But we want cast that, and then we need some water. Is that the only water input? It is. So I'm going to split here. We might clip just a little. It's not really noticeable. Bad. Need power for this. And this can be making brass ingots and steam. Oopsie daisy. I think the steam will go here. Actually, hold on, we'll keep that at the ground level. Cooling platform. Then go in the steam stack. Alright, how much byproducts we get? We only get 50, so that can just come out of 1, I believe. Now we got the brass. Excellent. Now, what do we do with the brass? We can put them into 2 constructors. Oh, we're out of room here. I did not think this would be so big. Oh, okay, I think we're gonna go this way. We have like a sort of second part of the factory over here. To deal with those other products. Gotta clear up these, otherwise I get stuck in these. Okay. It is constructor, right? Yes. I'm gonna put another splitter there, just in case I want to siphon it off for something else. We're gonna have to bring power down here. Eventually we have to bring over the... Okay, so these ones I definitely know are going in a box. How much are they producing? Tiny amounts. Start collecting them in a box straight away. While we figure out what's the next step. Alright, the next step is... we've got to go in to get the crushed copper and the crushed iron into some ingots, and then make those into rods, and then bring the rods over to make fans and whatever those other things are. So let's do that. Let's see. Ah, wonderful, we can just take it straight away. So we got crushed iron. We'll have that come out of here. Logistics splitter, whoops. Like that, and I believe this is crushed copper. It is, so we have a splitter for that. Now, how do we get those over? I think we'll take those on a bridge somewhere. Or maybe we could have it go through here. No, I wanna... it's gotta go over the top, I think. Like over here. And go whoosh, 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 over to here. Okay. Let's see how high this can go then. Like that's where we want it. This can go on the same platform up here. Alright, don't need that, don't need that. Or that. We can have that as just a regular one. Actually, we'll merge that into this. Like that. Oh my goodness. Crushed iron and crushed copper. Okay. I will make a turn here. Bit further, bring it right here, and I'm going to bring it down there. Okay, I'm going to get rid of this tree. I did not mean to get rid of the tree right next to it though. Plates. Out of shorter, out of plates. Can't believe I went through that many so quickly. I guess I built all the foundations and the machines use plates and... Oh yeah, I'll be glad when I get a dimensional depot. But I am going to bring all these over to the collected copper area. Which is, I guess, it's a good thing that I did bring it this far. But I will have to extend it all the way. How am I doing for concrete? 2,000 concrete. Nice. I will need more screws as well, though. Ah, we can use this as a way to quickly walk back to the base without having to navigate any terrain. Oh, I'm getting excited. We're almost done with the brass. That was a lot less painful than I thought. It may be worth writing down what machine is being used to make those things, so I'd have to do it for a lot of machines. No, I won't do it. Okay. Brass plates are in this direction. No, not brass plates. We're making brass plates, but... This song's too loud. What do we want to listen to? This one. Oh, it's already empty. That's quick. Speedy. In some ways, it would have almost been easier to manage all these various products if I'd been gathering them all to one location to begin with, which is what you used to do before dimensional depots. Because then all my sort of crushed items would probably being gathered together, and I would have been able to see it go up and down and know if I've got enough or too much or something. But we don't do that anymore. I came for screws, didn't I? Which are somewhere around here. Here they are. See if we can get back on top of that thing. One from here. No. probably add more entry points to it. Since this is almost at 120, I shouldn't merge it into this line. I should create a second line for it coming from that direction. And since there's a lot of iron here, it'll probably come from that direction, so we'll add a second pathway here. Right here, perhaps? Maybe not right there. Maybe coming off here. This will be the junk line. Was that going over anything? No. Is it going to go over anything? No, we lined it up well. I'm going to bring it around the outside here, since we haven't been over here. Actually, is that a good idea? Where does that connect on the map? It will make me go... No, I'll go way off. Okay, we won't do that. We'll go through here. And then we'll go up. And then once more forwards. And we can also collect the useless junk from that as well if I really want to. Oh, look at that. The height is perfect. Okay, there it is. Wait, no, it's not here. Where is it? Oh, it's on the next beach over. Should have probably gone diagonally, oh well. Because all those iron ingots I just picked up. And there we go. Now we can get rid of the concrete when we do want to get rid of the concrete. Alright, what's coming through here? Iron and copper. Now that's an eyesore. Ugh. Ugh. Hold on, I gotta do this neatly. Okay, there we go. Hey. How many of these we got? 380. Nice. Okay, now we're gonna need 2 constructors for the iron and 1 for the copper. Ah, which is which. Set up in the middle, and that way we'll find out. Or do we have to wait? Right, in the meantime, can we get the belt through here? Merger. Oh, crap. Forgot the splitter. It's okay. It's okay. Alright, which is which? That's copper. No, that's copper. I think that's copper. We need 2 for the iron. These are just too close, aren't they? Okay, okay. Okay. Do the copper one over there. We're doing both over here, actually. What am I doing? There's copper, yes. And that's going to make copper rods. I hope it's copper rods I need and not a different thing. These will make iron rods, not tin rods. Iron rods. I really hope it's iron rods and not tin rods, otherwise this is going to be dreadfully not good. Okay. Let's get power to all of this. Now we're going to need 2 assemblers. Okay. Let's see. Production assembler. Like that, and one like that. Alright, which is which then? This one's going to be making copper rods, so we're going to need that. Oh, it is copper rods, thank heavens. Hang on, wait. Are these... this is not right. Oh crap, it's already gone there. Yeah. Ah, no. Wrong one. It's from this. Which means I don't need the thing anymore. That's what I need. That's connected, okay. So this is the one with copper. It's in there, and that's... Where's the outline for that? There it is. It goes to there. This is going to be making fan blades. Brass plates, iron rods. Okay, now these are both going to come out here into 2 nice, pretty little boxes. Actually, I will make these right next to each other. So I can go around the outside for him. Let's get out of these. Ah, it's full up. Put that. There we go. Waiting on iron rods. Why is it waiting on iron rods? Iron ingots. No, I forgot to crush it. Oh, it's so over. I can do this midway. I can do this midway. One moment. I can do this up here. No need to panic. I can do this right here. Oh, hang on. Which one was going in which? Iron is in the rightmost one. This is iron, right? It's iron. These are got to be on the opposite sides. Iron going in there. Okay. Now we just gotta empty these out until they're done. What? I can empty that. There we go. Is that not going? Oh my goodness. Do connect. There we go. Oh. There we go. My colour blindness as usual. Let's wait for this to go. The iron's almost done. The iron's going in this one. Oh, looks like copper's done. And go in there. And yeah, that one's done. Okay, it should all be fixed now. Thankfully, I got time for the brass plates to build up. I do need 50 of them, though. Take 200. Drop that. Drop that. Drop that. Excellent. Oh, I am brass pipes, that's what they were called. I can actually speed this on a little bit. Speed both of these up. So how quickly do these produce then? 12 per minute. And I need 50, that's like 5 minutes. 7.5, we can build loads of those. Okay, let's head back. Hopefully this is all working. Hopefully I've accounted for all the byproducts. And that nothing's gonna stop working. As far as I know, everything that can back up, everything that does back up can back up. Oh, there we go. We got to use the wet washer, the blast furnace, the reformer. I think, yeah, the reformer. We got to use all of them. That's exciting stuff. Never had a good look at the machines. The reformer, it turns molten items into solid items. It says, get hard. So how are all these doing then? So at the moment we're almost using up all the almost all the ingots. I guess that's what's going to be the bottleneck, isn't it? We've actually got a really small amount. Let's see how many things it was asking for. I didn't check that. How many so we're making potentially 18, probably not though. And it's asking for 10. We might be alright then. And that's asking for 22. Probably not making that many. May have been better to use maybe a more sophisticated means of getting ingots, but it's probably alright. It's fan blades. We really don't need many fan blades, and I think the copper's going to be high enough. Oh, do we have any excess crushed copper, actually? Let me have a look. This is crushed copper, right? Crushed zinc, and that's not crushed copper. This is crushed copper. Okay, may actually be worth bringing up and merging it with that. Because we're making more of it than we need. Yeah, I'm going to do that, actually. Let's see. Logistics. Smart splitter. Come on. There we go. And the overflow. Now we're going to get up there. Which one's crushed copper? That one's crushed copper. There we go. Now we've got a bit more crushed copper if we need it. Do we have crushed... No, the crushed iron's already going away, isn't it? Alright, that's only overflow. Because I do want to get as much... Oh, actually, this may entirely back up if we don't get any crushed iron. Let me check. Crushed iron. What's getting crushed? Where am I getting crushed iron from? Not from there. I'm getting it from the crushed Laris side, aren't I? No. Where do I get crushed iron from? Oh, I get it from here. So if... what's going on here? So this is making the crushed copper, which is going over there. Or it's going, I assume, to dump. Because this will back up, and then it won't produce... Okay, that'll keep going. That'll keep going, and that will keep going. No, crushed iron, crushed iron. So tailings run out. So I don't want tailings to run out. I want them to keep always going, so... That'll keep going, that'll keep going. That won't keep going. Because that's already backed up. But this is for the plates. I tell you, we'll just leave it. It'll take a long time to properly back up. We'll leave it and see if it does. But I've got ideas for how to stop it if it does. That may have been enough brass pipes also. Let me check. It is. Okay, we can unlock steel production. I'll pick these up as well. Yeah, I've got a feeling of how it will back up, and if it does, I think it's just a matter of rerouting one pipe. In fact, I could probably do it right now if I really wanted to. I've just got to get it to go into one of these. This specifically. That's my copper one, I think. Yes. What would that look like? Yeah, it wouldn't be difficult at all. In fact, it doesn't even need to go there. It's only got to go to here. Only to here, actually. I think I should do that. Merger. No, 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 no. Yes, have it go left. Overflow. None. There we go. That should be flawless now. I can get rid of this now. Oh, there we go. It'll still be exactly the same, but it's just got to go through the overflow stuff first. And we're going to plug this in. Make that Mark II. That doesn't need to be Mark II. Alright, I think that's a good system now. And then also, I think, just so that none of this does back up, I need another splitter on this one moment. I want to merge all those together. Oh, there's more. I'll merge that, to that. Organization. We'll need to do more mergers. Should make that overflow, shouldn't I? I don't want to sort that out. I should remake those as smart splitters. Can I do this automatically without having to change them? I can. Wonderful. So, right is going to be overflow. Left is going to be overflow. Hopefully that still works. Okay, that merges all of them together. That's slag, that's tin, sand, okay, and then we can have this all go here. To this. There we go. And they're still working, wonderful. There's barely anything going there though. Uh-oh. That should be crushed tin. Why is it not going? We've got the slag, something's gone in there. I don't know what though. Just keep it going. Hopefully it was working flawlessly before, and now it's broken. Crushed tin, not going through crushed tin. Let's try the other crushed tin. Because there's two for some reason. Is that going to work? No. Okay. Not playing nicely. It's overflow. Ah, that's also overflow. And, overflow. Okay. Crushed copper did not go through for some reason. This one's the crushed copper. Let's see if it'll work this time. That was, setting. This is now piling up. With a load of crushed copper. Well, we'll see. We'll see if crushed copper keeps coming through. We've got crushed iron going through for some reason now. This should be crushed iron. It's not going into its... Oh, it is going to its box. I think I've got to upgrade these. Because it's going through too quickly. I should get rid of any slowdowns. I think it's all fine. Okay, let's merge these into bigger ones, so that's potentially big. That is. That is that. Okay, is this merging anything? No. Okay, that should work at a fast rate to get rid of all the excess. Why is there this stuff in there? This should not be in here. I don't want to see that in there. I'm going to get rid of these because I just don't want to see these in here. These should not be making it here. It should be only overflow. Uh-oh. Oh, okay, that's copper. Okay, loads of copper. Not much iron, though. This should be a smart splitter, which the forward one is overflow. No. This is the overflow, only if it can't go through. Make it like that. Just make sure it goes as fast as possible. It doesn't back up. So it can catch all the goods. Oh, that's a Mark 1 anyway. It shouldn't be able to... well, we'll see. We'll see. Let's empty it out again, see if any... That's tin. Okay, tin can go in there. I'm happy with tin. I just don't want to see any iron or copper going in there. At least not until these are backed up. I'll make this as blockage proof as possible. I think it's all working now. That's a lot of copper. And still a tiny, tiny amount of iron. I guess I can't do anything about that. It's just the amount of iron I'm getting. Is there any iron in here? Nope, still 10. Okay. I think it's as good as I'm going to get it. Now let's head back to base. I should have gone up there. That's a better way of going back to base. So this is stops completely. That's fine by me. Means it won't build up. I was hoping I'd be able to play this game without building huge foundations everywhere, but they're not. At least they're not completely in the sky. I've noticed every single time people play this, they have this particular mod pack. They end up building huge sky foundations, and you never see the actual terrain. But I have been making attempts to play as close to the terrain as possible. Alright. Where's the hub? I thought this was the hub. This is not the hub. Oh. let's unlock basic steel production. What do we get from it? We get an air collector. Collects air from the environment. What am I going to do with collect air? Breathe it? That's to be, oh, yes, there's a... If placed on a gas pillar, it will connect a toxic gas. Wow. You can destroy gas pillars, though. We get... Oh, we get to use coal finally, so that solves my... Alright. Carbon powder? Molten steel? Okay. So many new items. Oh, so many new items. Let's go add our new items to the list. I will have to label anything. I think I will. It's hard to tell that that's steel and that's air. Okay, we're going to call this... Oh, I'm going to make these bigger first. Where are they gone? There they are. That's distinctly different from all the other slot things. I don't think I need to label that. We'll call this steel. I don't like that T. That's flue gas. Why is that there second? I've already got that. I can tell that that's steel. That's air. That's steel. Okay. Looks like stead. Steel. We don't need flue gas, we've already got that. Let's put this on this top pile here. I need to make it a little bit bigger. And we're going to have a bunch of new recipes. So let's get through them. I want to see what this air filter's like. Where is it? Can I even make it? Where is it? Air collector. I can. What's big thing? What does it have? No outputs. Purely a gas out. Oh, blimey, this is off. This is off style. This is not the right art style. At least. I mean, it's kind of off, but... So, it'll just produce air. I wonder what air is good for. I guess we'll need it in stuff. Do we have anything else? Nothing in power yet. Okay, okay. Production. Anything in the crusher? Carbon powder. Coal to carbon powder. Oh, actually, I'll tell you what. Before we do anything, I'm going to go all the way over to where the coal is, and I'm going to set up a miner there. Because that will get our sulfur half working. At least in the coal department it will. I suppose what I can do is, since it's already got a box there, I can have it fill up that box, and then have a smart splitter on it that the overflow goes to the box, whereas... Am I ever going to get any overflow, though? Or maybe... I'm not sure. No, I think I'll just split it regularly. Okay, let's go down here. Because now we can set up our miner. We'll move this box then as well. We can pick that up. In the miner head. This will just mine coal. Excellent. I'll have it. What am I going to do? Merge it. Logistics merger. And then I have the box over here. That's not aligned. There we go. Get this running, I'll put in the coal I picked up. There we go, coal sorted. I can also blow up the other one now. Now I've got access to that. Alright, that's that sorted. Go get more sulfur while I'm here, even though I do not yet have the fluid module. What do I need for that? Actually, no, I can leave it there. I can leave it there. It's no big deal. I've still got loads of nobelisks. I'm not short of them. Ah, I can never fly up this hill gracefully. Debiluman, Debiluman. That's it. As this, oh, this has begun to run out because I'm now using more power. Okay. Do I have anything to put in? No. Okay. Alright. Back to what we was doing. Coal to coal. $60 to $40. That's a bad fall. What's next? What is next? Next we have the sorter. Do we sort anything? Did I have that? I had that, I think. That's not new. None of these are new. Next is the filter. I can't do anything with that. Reformer. Cast steel ingot. That's new. Cast steel rod. That's also new. Molten steel. Water. Steel rod. Steam. Slag. Okay.
Diamonds are forever. They are all I need to please me. They can stimulate and tease me. They won't leave in the night.
Display. Oops. I've got to be careful of that. I'm going to move. I should. No, there. Next is cast steel ingot. Molten steel, air. Air. Just air. Steel Gangu. Also, we have a use for Gangu finally. Air. And since steel gets used a lot, we may have to reconsider our concrete production. Maybe we'll get rid of all the concrete things and just have a Gangu thing. Although that's going to be a lot more Gangu. It's like 3 times as much, so we need faster belts for it. Yeah. Right, so we need flue gas, steel ingots, and cold slag. So molten steel, air, and Gangu to make steel ingots, flue gas, and cold slag. A ratio of 30, 30, 37.5. 30, 30, 37.5. To give us 90, 30, and 37.5. 90, 30, 37.5. That That is a game changer right there. If I knew that from the start, I'd probably have collected it as Gengu from the start. Although I can produce Gengu. It's from Lara's side, I'm pretty sure. I can just do it like that. Good to know. Next. That's all the ones for the reformer. What about the wet washer? Anything in there? No, nothing in there. Constructors, probably a lot in here. Steel bolts, that's new. Steel rods to steel bolts. Nice and simple. Steel rods to steel bolts. I like how they're called bolts and not screws. Steel screws. It's not as cool. And it is 12.5 to 37.5. 12.5 to 37.5. Anything new? Anything else new? We still haven't done anything with zinc yet. That's how do we get zinc ingots? I haven't done that yet. All right, what else? That was just constructors, wasn't it? What about assembler? Stators, that's new. Steel pipes. We haven't got steel pipes yet. We do. Wait, was that in the constructor? I better check. Steel pipes, tinned wire, stators. Steel pipe, tinned wire. Okay, steel pipe, stator, tinned wire. Where's tinned wire? Tinned wire. Definitely going to need more tinned wire. I think we was running really short on that last time. Production was not high enough. Okay. 18, 36, and 6. 18, 36, and 6. We got each other, that's alright for love. Halfway there. Oh, I thought steel pipes would be here, I guess not. Let's see, flexible blast furnace, molten steel, molten iron, and carbon powder. I see. That's not. It's basically the same, but it's more interesting. I never liked having to use iron ore, but now I've got a lot of stuff using the board. What am I about? Never mind. Molten iron, carbon powder, and steam. Oh, steam. That's interesting. That's going to be difficult. I'm going to figure out how to get just steam on its own then. Molten iron. Steam. Does it give flue gas? It does. We have to use like boilers and stuff, and then we've got to figure out how do we power those boilers, because the only time I had steam, I think, before was I was making stuff, and it's interesting. Definitely complicated. Okay. Molten iron, carbon powder, and steam. 40, 20, 60. 40, 20, 60. To 40 and 30. Take the punishment. Settle down. Okay, anything Nothing else there. What other machines? Smelter. Nothing there. Foundry. Steel pipe and steel beams. Ingots and zinc ingots. Steel ingots and zinc ingots. Steel ingots? I did add steel beams here, didn't I? Maybe I unlocked them elsewhere. I better go... Oh, no, there it is. Way up there. I unlocked them years ago. Okay, zinc ingots. That was the only thing, right? Yep. I assume that's going to be for the Mark III belts. Hopefully, it's not too difficult. What's the numbers? 60, 20, 22.5. 60, 20, 22.5. There's a kind of a really ugly 6 looking there. Squish that in there. Steel pipes. Steel ingots and sand. Now we're going to use for sand to get steel pipes. Wow, that's something. Steel ingots, sand. Sorry, steel ingots, sand, steel pipes. Steel pipes, steel ingots, sand. So this they've really outdone themselves with the steel. I think this is very they've clearly, when designing this, they thought, all right, they've probably been dumping a bunch of stuff and not worrying about it. Now we're gonna say you need it. So there's 30, 24, 45. 30, 24, and 45, and so now it's like, oh, okay, your past factories, that's not going to work anymore. I think that was the last thing. I think that was. I don't think there's anything else new. We'll look anyway. I think that was the last machine I had. Oh, right, let's look at the air collector. Let's see. The higher the elevation, the faster it can collect air. So that varies. We're going to have a variance on that. Does it tell me the variance? Let's stick some power in it. Let's see what it does. So, 2.5 a second. So it can produce a maximum of 50 a second, I think. 50 a minute. Doesn't give me an average range, does it? Okay, I'm going to delete that, and I'm going to build it in a really ugly area. Oh, hang on. Does it tell me? Is it elevation based? Higher the elevation, the faster it can collect. Okay, let's go find a really low elevation then. And then we'll go find a really high elevation. There we go, this is pretty low. Let's see what this does. 2.5 a second. What is that then? There should be more than 60 a second. So it's still at 36 a minute, apparently. It says 2.5 a second, but that's a lot. It's not doing 2.5 a second. That would be like 150 a minute. Or is it every 2.5 seconds it collects one? I think that's actually accurate. Yeah. Okay. Let's go. Now let's go to a higher elevation. Where's the highest elevation I can find? I have to go on a journey. Oh, I know where. I can go up here, this high elevation. This song is too aggressive. It's also too aggressive. Come on. Something calm and easy. Yeah, that'll do. I better bring power lines up here while I go. Okay. So this is pretty high elevation. This produces almost 50, so an average of 30 to 60 per minute, I think. That's going to be our average. Or it may be just simply that we just have to build big towers for all of them. Okay. We're gonna write that in our notes. Yeah. Getting that air is gonna be difficult. We need how much air? 30 air. Yeah, it's gonna be tough to get the air. Okay. I'm gonna call it 30 to 60. We don't have to get rid of the air though. We can store the air. Transport in the air, I assume it can be transported on a truck. Not truck, train. Probably end up doing later. We call the air train. I don't know. Where is it? Did I delete it already? I guess I did. Alright. I think that was everything of the steel. Let's have a quick scroll down. We got steel bolts, steel pipes. We did everything. Oh. Filtrator. What can we do with the filtrator? Wastewater. We can't yet make that. Slug slime. Okay, what's next to unlock? Xenobasher. Demands us to do steel. Can we do anything without steel yet? We can do this without steel. Let's get hydroelectric power. But I assume we'll need steel to make them. Would be nice to... We can still make them, though. We can make them, though. Let's see if we can do it. We need more modular frames. And I'm going to guess that we need steel to make the stuff in it, but... we can at least unlock it, and that's half the job. 500 of these, that's very nice to have. No new parts? No new parts. I see, I see. Okay. Well, we've got new buildings though, which means new recipes. Let's see, anything new here? What's the new buildings? Generator, platform, steel turbines. Ooh, we can make it all. That's exciting. Water turbine, based on dedicated nodes. Ah, I see those dedicated nodes. Generates power, apparently. Depending on the node. Does it need anything though? No, so it's just power production. Okay, let's go find that node then. I know where 2 of them are. And let's see if that gives us power, I suppose. I assume it's got to be connected to something. See, okay, these are different. These are their own thing. They've got connectors. Can be... swoosh power factory. Okay, let's just go have a look. Let's go have a look. Let's go find that water node. Can I scan for it? No, I can't. Oh, I can. Okay, they're not as abundant as I thought they'd be. Not nearly as abundant as I thought they'd be, because there's all water all around me, but there was not a single one with a node on it. We've gotten pretty comfortable making long conveyor belts. I fear by the time I get trucks, I will not use them. There's my fear. Alright, here they are. Let's see what these look like then. I better place them facing the right way, otherwise they won't look right. Alright, what does it do? What does it do? Not connected to power grid, okay. Oh, it's making a... Is that... I don't think the splash was there. Oh, it's just giving me power. It's just giving me free power. Oh, I guess I'll build another one. Well, look at that. Why not? An extra 300 megawatts? Are there any more nearby? Oh, there's one right here. 2 right here, actually, apparently. I can't see them, though. But I suppose we'll build turbines on them, won't we? Oh, can these daisy chain? They can. That makes sense for them to daisy chain. That goes right through there, I don't want to do that. Any more? Alright, well those are all the ones nearby. We've got free 200 megawatts. I guess they are. Oh wow, there's a lot over there. Okay. That'll do us then. Let's go look at the other buildings. So, we need a converter platform. And then, which one do we want? Do we want steam turbine? Placed on a converter platform. This way. And then MV generator, I assume, connects onto it. Okay, so this requires input, output, steam and water. Okay, so it's steam that goes in. We've got a water, presumably byproducts, that's going to go out. I assume they probably can be part of the sort of same thing. And then it'll go to a generator, which will produce... it doesn't say, but let me see what it says. Will produce 300 megawatts of power, so we want to have a lot of that. How are we going to get steam? So it's purely just... Okay. So it's just steam that goes in, water goes out. What's the rate? Input, output. Doesn't say. Does it say on the thing? Doesn't. That's frustrating. Okay. But we want to build lots of them. So we're going to have to get steam. Well, we can go back. There's a quick way of going back. But that was an easy unlock, and we can do all of that. That'll probably be the subject of next stream. I assume we're near the end. About 3 hours, we are near the end. But I will see what else we can unlock without having to make steel yet. We need steam for the steel also, so we're going to have to find a clever way of making steam in the amounts we need. I assume it's going to involve the biomass heater, because that's how I got steam last time. And maybe it depends on what I can put in the biomass heater. It's called a biomass heater, which suggests it can only take biomass. Okay. Anything else we can unlock? That requires steel. This also requires steel, and then it's steel forever onwards. Okay. Let's go to our thing and see how we can get steam. So we can get steam as a result of doing all this. That's one way of getting steam. Not much steam though, so it's not a... Maybe that's not the best way. That's barely any steam. What about in phase 1? Yeah, see, the biomass, that's also not a good way of getting steam, so we won't do the biomass heater way. That's a rubbish way of getting steam. So far we can only get it as byproducts. I'm gonna go have a look at the biomass heater, because I've got a feeling it might do other things. Where is it? Boiler heater. Okay. Uses heat from a heater. Okay. Burns any type of biofuel, generating gas. I can't put that on its own, no. But that is one way of getting steam. Okay. Input, output. Does this tell me what kind of fuel it'll take? Does not tell me. Wait. Sticking... Okay, can't stick that in. Does it tell me... Open in wiki. Buildings... Biomass heater. Doesn't give me any information about it. Steam. Okay. So we're gonna have to figure out some clever stuff to get steam, because we need a lot of it, and it's produced as a tiny byproduct in lots of things. So that's tricky. Let's set the next recipe for Xenobasher anyway. That'll encourage us to get on with the steel. Oof. Okay. Oh, we never did check out the fix-it farming, did we? Oh well. I'm pretty tired, so I think I'm gonna call it quits. And thanks for watching. Thematic music.